Good afternoon, or should I say evening, morning. Morning? At any rate, I am the Game Master. Pleased to make your acquaintance. Before we begin, there is something I must tell you. You see, my job is to draw you into this world with my voice and cards, which is why I believe it best for you to play with the sound on. In fact, I insist on it. However, as you can see, my voice is subtitled, so you can always read along as well. Now then, are you ready? Let's begin. Welcome to Voice of Cards. You are about to take the first steps of your adventure. Through a realm of sword and sorcery you will travel, battling bloodthirsty monsters as you strive to realize your ambitions. I have every faith you will accomplish great things here. I am merely a witness to your exploits. Now then, your departure draws nigh. May your journey be a safe one. This is Castle Advent. Queen Nilla reigns over the kingdom from within its walls. Three white-clad adventurers have gathered here at the Queen's summons. Present yourselves, O faithful of the Ivory Order. From upon her throne, the Queen regards the adventurers. So you are disciples of the Order. The youngest of the three steps forward. She holds herself with well-born grace. I am Winifred of the Ivory Order, Your Majesty, she says. I lead this fellowship. She bows, glancing to her two companions. In response, the stern-looking one inclines his head and brusquely names himself Berwin. The older man is the picture of courtesy as he genuflects and introduces himself as Hedwin. It is these three our story follows today. The Queen acknowledges the fellowship with a nod. In a soft voice, she explains her errand. Someone has stolen the royal treasure. I bid you reclaim it. Under normal circumstances, I would entrust this to my soldiers, but I do not wish to spread thin my forces with the recent monster troubles. It seems the troubled Queen has judged she can entrust this matter to none but the Ivory Order, beloved of the people and unmatchable in battle. It is our honor to serve you, Your Majesty, and thus the quest falls to the Fellowship. Short of any clues that could lead them to the culprit, however, they press the Queen for further information. The Fellowship asks the Queen if she knows anything about the thief. The Queen says witnesses might be found at Nexton. The Fellowship asks the Queen what the royal treasure is. The Queen describes a bottle containing a certain liquid. Without it, she trails off, but the desperation in her voice suggests its loss could spell disaster for the kingdom. Usually, one would expect recompense for this sort of undertaking. As demanding a reward would go against the tenets of the Ivory Order, you hold your tongue. The Queen, however, has already said she will reward the Fellowship with whatever they desire. It seems the royal treasure is just that important. Pray tarry no longer here. I await news of your success. The Fellowship bows and takes their leave. We can waste no time finding the treasure. Winifred strides toward town. Wait, cries Berwin, blocking Winifred's path. A monster. You dare stand in our way? Hedwyn scowls at the foul creature. It lunges at the Fellowship. Winifred heaves a disgruntled sigh as she smooths her rumpled garb. Showing no signs of weariness from battle, Berwin silently wipes the monster. Hedwyn inspects the remains of their foe. The queen spoke true, he mutters. Winifred gives a grim nod at his words. Mayhap the treasure's theft and the monster's behavior. First things first. The Fellowship needs to gather more information. To Nexton they set their sights. Welcome to Nexton, hails a man. The Fellowship asks if he's heard anything about the theft of the royal treasure. The man's eyes widen. He leans close to Winifred and whispers something in her. Welcome to Nexton. How may I help you? The proprietor inquires. Will that be all? The proprietor asks. too scared to leave town with all those monsters out there, the woman sighs. The man helpfully advises you take the opportunity to purchase equipment and curatives while you are in town. A woman sits hunched over by the side of the road. Upon catching sight of the Fellowship, she calls out for their aid. She's sprained her ankle and needs you to take her to the nearby apothecary. Winifred rushes to her and helps her up. Berwin lifts the woman onto his back, and the Fellowship sets out in search of an apothecary. The man claims he saw a suspicious someone leaving the castle ground. He didn't get a good look at their face. The Fellowship thanks the man for the useful information. "How may I help you?" the proprietress inquires. "Will that be all?" the proprietress asks. The woman begs the Fellowship for their autographs. "I know there's nothing to worry about." Upon asking, the woman says a strange creature, she says, nothing but bones, and it clutched a bottle of medicine as if its life depended on it. You arrive at the apothecary. After taking a curative, the woman begins hopping up. Nothing holds a candle to Ivory Order medicine. She turns to the Fellowship, her eyes widening in surprise. It seems she's only now realized the Fellowship are disciples of the Ivory Order. The woman takes each of their hands in turn, thanking them for their service. The Ivory Order is famous for providing medical supplies throughout the realm. Every smile the Order brings to someone's face makes Winifred proud to be a disciple. An innocent-looking young boy accosts the Fellowship. Want to play a game? In this parlor, you can play cards. The child rambles on, wheedling you. "I'll give you this if you play with me." Apparently, there's a monster lurking around. Rumors claim the monster fled to the west. Thanks to the information, the first clue was the... Then there's the bony... From all that information, the Fellowship distills the thief's true identity. The Fellowship passes a long moment in silence. The silence stretches on, but this is no time for quiet reflection. Realization strikes Winifred. The monster made of bone. Erwin nods in agreement, as if to say, and Winifred clears her throat, proclaims that the Fellowship shall head west, out of town, and walks off. You make your way to the... Thanks to a royal decree, you're allowed to stay the night for free. And you're not about to refuse such hospitality. The party leaves the inn feeling rested. A bizarre rock appeared. It seems primed to explode. The bizarre rock transformed into a gold rock. The Fellowship moves westward, only to be unnerved by the sight of a human figure moving through the trees. The presence of large packs suggests a traveler. I beg your pardon, but did you catch sight of... He gives her a puzzled look. I suspect you might find your... The Fellowship exchange... The traveler hoists his packs, suggests the Fellowship speak to the fisherman on the western shore, and takes his leave. A monster appears to be in pain. You may be able to aid it by administering some antidote. You take pity on the creature and administer some antidote. Healthy once more, it gets up and makes its way to who knows where. Every so often, you catch it looking back at you, but before long, it's out of sight. And fight. Monster appears, and just suddenly it makes a pain. It places a medicine bottle at your feet and is gone as quickly as it came. You suppose that's its way of saying thanks. Lying in the dirt, you find an old telescope. You pick it up and angle it toward the coastline. Peering through the lens, you see something in the distance, but you can't. All you know is there's something up ahead. You should be able to tell for certain what it is if you get closer. You toss the janky telescope aside and creep forward as silently as you can. You catch sight of a pack of monsters. You may be able to attack before you lose the element of surprise. You ready your weapon. The noise alerts your foe, but that shouldn't be a problem, right? Excellent. Put away your weapon and wipe the sweat from your brow, returning to your adventure as if nothing happened. Rout the enemy. Let's not go there just yet. I haven't quite finished the story for that section, you see. Good work. Don't hold back. Nice work. Rout the enemy. A monster appears, but it's behaving quite strange. It hesitates, lurching toward you, then away, unsure of every move. Was that the monster you helped earlier, coming back to say thanks? You'd like to think so. The party makes a meal of the fish. The fellowship comes upon an anchored ship. Close by, a fisherman of exquisite physique. This is no time for... That vessel is cursed, the fisherman mutters, trembling. Night after night, this to the fisherman. His head drops into his hands. With but a single dispeller, I am certain I could lift it. Alas, the fellowship find them. They resolve to return to net and find some. Bizarre rock transformed into a fear rock. The only way out of this fight is through it. About the enemy. Nice work. Don't hold back. Fortune favors the bold. Nothing holds a candle to ivory order medicine, proclaims the woman, swigging this curative and that. Here to stay the night? The innkeeper asks, the moment you set foot in the inn. The fellowship hears a young man arguing with the apothecary. Make it cheaper. As the fellowship approaches the door to intervene, he storms past Winifred, nearly crashing into her, but he makes no move to apologize. What a hateful little man, grumbles the apothecary. Winifred vows to teach him proper manners should they ever meet again. How may I help you? The proprietress inquires. The apothecary catches sight of the fellowship. She gestures to the drawers filled with her wares. The fellowship insists they will pay as any other customer would, and sets about browsing her wares. Will that be all? The proprietress asks. Nice work. Nice work. Winifred hands the despairing fisherman a dispeller and asks again for safe passage to the cave. The fisherman snatches up the concoction. He opens the bottle and proceeds to douse the ship. Are you ready to set sail for the cave? The fisherman asks. How will you respond? Let's shove off then. He beckons you aboard. The fellowship arrives at the mouth of a dank cave, its damp, rocky expanse threatening to swallow them. Monsters could come pouring out at any moment. The fisherman has anchored the ship in the cove. Come back here when you're ready to return to the mainland, he says. Are you finished here? Asks the fisherman. Oh, all right then, he says, turning back toward the ship. Don't hold back. Don't hold back. Don't hold back. Don't hold back. The door before you is shut quite tightly. It appears to have a keyhole. The simple key may be of use here. The Fellowship slides the simple key into the keyhole and turns it. The lock opens with a thunk. And fight. An iron door towers before you. It has rather conspicuous handles. Berwin pushes the massive handles. Berwin gives the door a roundhouse kick as his foot connects. The door trundles to the side. So it was one of those sliding contraptions. Something leaps out at the Fellowship from the darkness. Winifred deftly parries the attack with her staff. Edwin looks fondly at Winifred, only to have his Don't hold back. The Fellowship approaches the chest, only for a voice deep as, "You shall not have it." The Fellowship warily eyes their surroundings as That was lucky. Winifred neatly steps through the fiend's remains, opens the chest. Inside is what appears for all the world to be an ordinary medicine. At last, the royal treasure is in safe hands once more, Hedwin sighs. Winifred and Berwin nod in agreement. Treasure in hand, the fellowship exit the cave, exultant. In time, the Fellowship find themselves before the Queen once more. They offer her the retrieved treasure. As reward for the arduous task of returning our prized possession, she is positively beaming and seems prepared to shower the Fellowship with riches. But at that moment, a massive roar, the likes of which had never been heard before, shakes the entire castle. As the roar recedes, one of the royal guard, he struggles to gather his breath. Just now, over the castle a dragon. So the great evil has returned. Queen Nilla turns her gaze to the sky, dumbfounded. So the monster troubles are connected, Hedwin said. A profound silence settles over the royal hall, as though they know what must be done in the face of such a crisis. What will become of the land now that the dragon has returned? I'm afraid that we'll have to wait. Don't you worry. We'll continue the tale. Until then, I bid you good day. Farewell, friend.